Elsewhere, a man pressed his face to the window, eyes wide, breathing hard. Ha! This is real. Outside, the streets were empty. No zombies, just dropped bags and empty houses. Those bastards, they're all gone. Someone nearby turned, confused. They've really vanished. A woman stretched her neck and called, I heard it too. Clear as day. The usual sounds, the soldiers' talk, the undead howls, were gone. Vanished. Everyone in the shelter burst with joy. The zombies are gone. We're safe. We made it. Even Dammy heard the noise. She turned to her dad. Dad, it seems the zombies are really gone. But Mio didn't reply. Instead, he quietly put a helmet on her head. His face turned deadly serious. Dammy, he said, voice low but strong. Listen close. No matter what happens, do not take off your helmet. Got it? She blinked, puzzled. What do you mean, no matter what? Right then, Harry's group came near. She raised a megaphone high, facing the crowd. Her voice boomed clear. This morning, though we don't know why, we've confirmed all zombies in this area are gone. The crowd exploded in cheers and happy yells. Woo! It's true. We're alive, but Harry wasn't done. Her face grew serious. So, we're starting evacuation. We'll leave the mart. The mood flipped fast. Evacuate? What? No way. Did she say we're leaving? The zombies are gone, why now? Harry stayed calm. 3 days ago. Just before we lost contact, we reached another unit, the 2nd Armored Brigade. She paused to let it sink in. They're in Ganji province. As far as we know, they're the only army left here. They have a full set of armored trucks, enough soldiers for a brigade, and room for civilians. The news just sparked more fear. We're leaving on one radio call. How do we know it's real? Harry didn't waver. No need to worry. I know exactly who called. Code name, Blue Hawk. If it's him, you can trust it, no doubt. But even with her sure words, the crowd wasn't convinced. Trust my ass, someone muttered bitterly. You're really asking us to leave based on some old, broken radio signal? What? Are we heading to safety or a death trap? The tension built fast as voices argued back and forth. We have to go. If the zombies come back, we won't survive another attack. No way. I'm not leaving. Someone yelled in defiance. What if the zombies never return? Then what? Suddenly, another man threw up his arms and shouted in anger. See? I knew this would happen. He turned to Harry, glaring. This is just what I expected, an emotional, reckless choice. Now tell me, would a man in charge act like this? Huh? Am I wrong? Her face darkened. She was furious. What did you just say? Right then, a calm but strong voice cut through the noise. Someone stepped forward and answered clearly. It was Min-suk. He walked toward them steadily, each step sure. The zombies will come back, he said flatly. The young man spun toward him, scoffing. And who the hell are you to say that like you know? Harry spotted Min-suk clearly now. She muttered in disbelief, the expert. Someone next to her repeated it, confused. Expert? Min-suk's eyes locked on the young man. His voice was low and steady. Staying here is like serving yourself up on a plate for them. Is that what you call survival? In that moment, he wasn't just a man. He felt like something more, a presence that made your skin crawl. Like looking into the eyes of death returned changed. The young man in the green cap flinched. The cold look in Min-suk's eyes chilled him deep. Wordlessly, he backed away, his daughter trailing behind, puzzled. Dad, what's wrong? She asked softly. But another man stepped up in front of Min-suk. Okay, then what? If we go with the military, can you guarantee we'll survive? Min-suk answered without pause. No, I can't guarantee it, the man laughed loudly. See? All talk, no answers. But Min-suk stared him down and replied calmly. Then let me ask you. You're saying you won't follow the military. Without the army protecting you, do you think you'll survive? The whole crowd went dead silent. The yelling and arguing stopped at once. The air felt heavy as the truth hit home. One by one, people started to agree. Now that I think about it, Captain Harry is right. Yeah, if it weren't for the soldiers, we'd be dead already, more voices joined in. Let's go. They've kept us alive this long. No reason to doubt them now. The crowd began to chant, let's give them a chance. Trust the military. Trust Captain Harry. Harry stood frozen for a second, caught off guard. In a flash, Min-suk had turned the mood without even trying hard. She glanced at him. Eyes narrowing in confusion. Just who is this guy? She wondered. Then he spoke up. No need to thank me. She snapped back. What? I never thanked you. That made him think of times he'd convinced people under worse conditions. I'm used to this. Still, Min-suk held out his hand to her. Besides, he added with a warm smile, I'm doing this for me and my daughter. His open hand reached toward Harry with quiet trust. Because I believe if anyone can do it, it's you, Captain. Her body went stiff at his words. For a moment, she stood still. Then she snapped back to her commanding self. From this moment, we start the evacuation plan, she shouted into the megaphone. This is Captain Harry. I promise to get every one of you out safely. Moments later, people filed out of the building. Soldiers stood ready, eyes scanning, guns in hand. Military trucks and buses rolled out in a tight line, one after another. In one vehicle, Dami looked annoyed. Still wearing her helmet, she sat next to a stranger. Around them, soldiers watched closely, eyes on the surroundings. In another truck, Harry stood up, peering out the windows. A distant whistle echoed in the night. A road sign appeared from the shadows ahead. The young driver chuckled. Haven't crossed the Han River in a long time. Feels unreal. But Harry replied coldly, eyes fixed ahead. This is where things really start. Suddenly, someone beside her yelled, Corporal Shin. Right in front of them, a zombie appeared, then more. Dozens poured from the dark, charging with hungry, twisted rage. Harry called over the radio right away. Zombie spotted. Start combat procedures. Civilians and transport units, stay to the right. Combat units, move left. The vehicles split and turned different ways. The fight began. First zombie trait, Harry shouted. Their hearing is sharper than their sight. Soldiers tossed empty cans to one side. The rushing zombies flinched and turned toward the noise. It's working. They're following the sound, Harry yelled her next order. Keep distance. Don't let them get close, but the young driver spoke up, voice shaky. Captain, this looks bad. Their numbers are growing. At this rate, they'll catch us soon. Harry turned, eyes wide. In that case, head for Hanjen Bridge. A few minutes later, they reached the bridge. But the middle part had collapsed. Harry shouted again. Second zombie trait, as long as they sense humans, no matter the danger, they'll charge without stopping. Just then, the vehicle screeched to a halt. Zombies were still distracted by the can's noise. One turned its head toward the group, but too late. Bullets poured down. Skulls cracked, bodies fell, more zombies funneled in from behind. Third zombie trait, someone said as a ugly one turned its bulging eyes on them. Their weak spot is the back. That's when Minsuk came roaring in, driving a steamroller. With a huge crash, he slammed into the zombie from behind. His face was full of fury and hate.